What's something you're taking to the grave that you're comfortable sharing on Reddit? Allegedly, someone I know hit a man with a car that was jogging alongside the road. It was his old neighbor who sexually abused him his entire childhood. The man didn't die, but he can't walk anymore. When I was a bartender, sometimes I would fuck with my very drunk customers and pretend I don't speak English, only French. And then, at some point, I'd revert back to English and they would be in shock, like, wow, why have you been speaking French this whole time? And then I'd say they were really fucking drunk because I didn't speak French at all, and they must be imagining it. Really fucked with their heads, lol. I broke my in-laws' oven door because I was practicing spinning kicks in the kitchen in the middle of the night. I told them and my wife that it was open, I closed it, and it just smashed everywhere. One time, I confidently gave someone directions. I had absolutely no idea where I was sending them. I still think about that random stranger sometimes. I hope they're okay. The most nice things I do for others are actually only to make myself feel better. I once accidentally ruined an entire wedding cake by leaving the window open in the kitchen and letting a swarm of flies get to it an hour before the ceremony. I just cleaned off the ones I could see and prayed for the best. I work in EMS and I looked over at an ER patient occupancy monitor and saw my first girlfriend's name on it. Even more surreal was the fact she was red level. I knew it was her because she got married to the guy after me, and all the demographics lined up. Crazy to think she was only a few feet away from me fighting for her life. That I'm a deeply closeted gay man. To that nightmare housemate who was disgusting. Never cleaned, left washing in the machine for days, used every common space like a personal bin, and also treated us like we were subhuman. My other housemate and I put a dead rat we found in the garage in your room. It didn't crawl in there. We were waiting to see how long it would take you to find it. It took 3 weeks. Someone gave me $5,000 to test his wife's fidelity, and it worked. I once shook out my jeans after taking them off the rack, and they accidentally whipped me in the balls. I'm indirectly the reason why this one kid in my 8th grade class wasn't able to walk at graduation. Sorry, not sorry, Joe. I'm a ghost hunter and a member of a couple of legitimate teams. I tell people wild stories, but in all my years, I've never even seen a ghost. At one of my old jobs while ordering stock, I ordered just a touch more of this and that and took it home over a course of about a year. Then I left for another job before anyone caught on. The items in question were only foodstuffs and toiletries. I'm the one that let the dogs out. I was the one that flooded the bathroom in elementary school. I lied to a friend about the name of a cat. They were so excited they got to name it, but my family didn't like the name. I didn't want to break the news to them, so I just didn't correct them. So for the rest of that cat's life, I had to be very careful to not slip up and to use the correct name in the correct circle. Christmas Eve of 2019, I was laying on my stomach underneath the Christmas tree putting the tree skirt on. I farted, and to make my wife laugh, I said Merry Christmas with my butt cheeks the way Ace Ventura would. I then walked into the kitchen, and the smell followed me, so I put my hand down my pants and realized that I had shit myself, and then just sloshed it around when I was talking with my butt. A close friend of mine married the girl I used to constantly hook up with back in high school. I was in love with her. She wasn't just an ordinary girl. It's a situation that's impossible to explain. Years have passed since then, and I still wonder how on earth he found her. She was living 850 miles away. Nice try, that's exactly the kind of information I'm taking to the grave. I'm a bartender, and sometimes when people are really drunk and trying to order shots, I will give them water with a dash of bitters in a shot glass and tell them it's on the house. Tastes gross, and it technically has alcohol in it. That I too chose that man's dead wife. This isn't that bad, but years ago in school my teacher asked if I can write an English word on the whiteboard, as in will you write it, but I assumed it meant are you able to write it, so I just said no and sat down loudly crying face. Nice try, narc. Soylent Green is people.